Hey everybody, I'm Tamisha and welcome back to tonight's episode of No More Mondays. I am pretty excited about tonight, but first let me get started by saying this. Thank you to each and every one of you. Every time I log in and I see my subscriber count is just going up, you do not know how great that makes me feel. So I know that everybody basically are new subscribers because my channel is not that old. Well, my current videos are not that old, but I appreciate you watching. I mean, every time I log in, even if I see that the fact that somebody watched my videos is enough for me. But then to also see that you guys are commenting and leaving your opinions, and I've even seen some people leave suggestions and asking me to cook certain things, and you don't know how good that makes me feel and how that just gives me that extra boost to my day, and it just makes me so excited. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I think my count right now is up to 163 too. So when all 163 of you, thank you so much. And I can't say I appreciate you enough. So I love that you're here. I love that you're watching, and I just hope that I can continue to put things out that you enjoy and that we can just share our love of food, our love of shopping, grocery shopping, and our families together. So without rambling too much further, I'm going to get into tonight's video, which is an oven-baked seafood boil. Now, this is something that I've been looking forward to doing for a while, and then my mom came home last night with this big bag of crab legs. So I was like, what you got that for? Would you just come home on a random night with some crab legs? But I didn't even know that she had a rain check that was getting ready to expire. So she went ahead and picked up some crab legs on the way home, and she said, here's something you can make a video with. So I really appreciated that. So that's what we are doing. We are doing an oven seafood boil. And I've been doing seafood boils for my family for a while now. And I usually do it the traditional way on the, with a huge pot on top of the stove. But last year for my oldest son's going away party, it was the night before he went to basic training. We had a big party for him at the house, and I bought, oh my God, a ton of seafood to serve to all of his guests. And let me tell you, we had lobster, we had shrimp, we had a little bit of everything. Now, we're not doing all of that tonight. We're gonna keep it pretty simple, but what I did so that everybody can have their own individual portion, that I didn't have to worry about somebody having a little bit too much or too little, I started using these oven bags, and I put everybody's, make sure everybody had enough shrimp and enough crab legs and corn and potatoes in their bags, and I just baked it in the oven. It was not as much fuss for me, and everybody got a chance to enjoy. So let me stop rambling, and I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, so first up, like I said, I'm going to use these Reynolds oven bags, and these are just plastic bags that you can, bake stuff with. So I'm using that. She brought home some mussels. I have the Dungeness crab legs. I also have some sausage, some corn. I have some potatoes. Now with the potatoes, because they take a little bit longer to cook, I went ahead and after I diced them and after I cleaned them and diced them, I went ahead and microwaved them for about 5 to 6 minutes just to get them softened up, so that when you pull your oven bag out, these are not still going to be hard. Of course, we have our butter, which I'm going to get melted. I might use a little bit more than that. I have some lemon juice, some Old Bay seasoning. I have some minced garlic as well as some granulated garlic, my crab boil, some ranch dressing. We're not going to use this whole pack. We're actually going to use about half of it just to add just a little bit extra flavor. Some fresh parsley as well as some fresh lemon. So we're going to use a combination of both of the lemon juice. And there was something else I wanted to cover. Oh, also in my crab legs, I went ahead and scrub those clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my butter melted for you guys and go ahead and start getting the seasonings in it, and then I'm going to get my crab legs and my mussels coated. So we'll be right back with the melted. All right, so I have my butter already melted in my bowl, and yes, it looks like a lot, but this is a lot of seafood as well as the sides to it. So, and we're going to use half of this mixture on this pan, and then we're going to you know, put a little bit more into the bags when we get started. And I already added about 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice to it. I'm going to go ahead and add in 3 teaspoons of the minced garlic. And I also have this granulated roasted garlic. I'm going to add this to it as well. And you add as much or as little, like I always say in my videos, add as much or as little as you want to, depending on what your preference is. I'm going to add in the Old Bay. I'm also going to add in half a pack of this ranch. I don't want all of it. I mean, this is already salty enough, and that ranch is going to make it even more salty. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this crab oil to the butter. I just said a little, and looks like almost the whole package came out. It's okay. This is not a dish that we cook all of the time, so it is pretty indulgent. We don't eat like this every day, but you want to have a lot of flavor to this. All right, and I'm also going to go ahead and add in my fresh parsley to the butter. And the reason why I'm adding everything into the melted butter instead of adding it directly onto the seafood is because this just helps me to evenly distribute the butter and all of the seasonings. You know, if you add into the melted butter, then you can pour it. You have a better chance of making sure that each and every bite has a taste of the seasoning. All right, so I'm gonna finish getting this mixed up, and when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and get it onto our seafood. Okay, so I have everything mixed up, and I tasted it, and it is really good. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this in to our pan. Now, I was just talking to my son about this because he asked me, he's like, why don't you just bake it in the pan? And you can do that. You know, like I said, I'm just doing it this way for individual portion sizes. That way, you know, everybody gets their fair share of it. When you have a large family, that's generally how you conduct things with your food. But you could definitely put all of your seasonings into this large pan like I have, and bake, put some foil on top of it, and bake it this way. And also, I should mention I have my oven set to 425 degrees, and this should bake about 25 to 30 minutes. So, you know what, I think I said I was only going to add half, but I'm going to go ahead and add everything into here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my fresh lemon squeezed onto this. All right, so I'm just getting the last little bit of lemon squeezed on. And I cut up 2 lemons for this. These are actually 2 very large lemons. So just getting the last 2 on. I already added my corn to the pan as well. This last little bit of parsley in here. I'm going to see a couple of seeds. I'm going to take that out. And then you're just going to take your hands. If you want to put some gloves on, you can. I'm just going to use my hands. They're clean. And just start getting all of the seasoning incorporated onto your seafood and all the butter, just to make sure that each and every piece is coated. And a lot of the butter, you know, as you can see right here, is down in the pan. So once I get, we're not gonna let that go to waste. I'm gonna use that. So once I just get this mixed in and I get each bag set up, I'll just pour the extra butter on top before I bake it. And this smells really good. That ranch dressing mixed with the Old Bay and the lemon makes a really incredible flavor combination. All right, so you guys don't want to see me continue moving this stuff around. When I come back, I'm going to show you how I portion everything out into the bag, and then I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make another little sauce, basically just using the same things that I just did, with some more garlic and the crab boil, just to make sure that we're hitting on all of that flavor. I'm gonna pour that into each individual bag, and then we're gonna get them baked. So I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and switched out from the round pans just because there's so much in these bags. They were starting to overflow on the sides, and I want to make sure that, you know, nothing actually spills in my oven. So I went ahead and I'm just going to bake all 3 bags in this big pan, and we'll just use these pans when they're done. When they're done baking for everybody, they can use that and store, make it a little bit easier for serving. So everything is in the bag. I'm just getting them kind of moved around with that extra butter that was on the bottom of the pan. And just be a little careful when you're doing this so you don't puncture your bag with your crab legs. And that's about it, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this twist tie on this one. And we're going to get this into the oven. You can see all that seasoning in there. We're going to get this into the oven. It's at 425, and we're going to bake it for about anywhere between 20, depends on your oven, anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. I'm going to go for about 25 minutes in my oven. So, all right, when we come back, it's going to be done and we can eat. All right, so it is smelling so good in here. I got about maybe 10 more minutes left baking, but I wanted to take this time, just, I don't know, like I said in the beginning of the video, thank you so much for watching. If I can't say it enough, but I also wanted to say that if you have suggestions on things that you want to see, or some things that you have some questions about, or if you're like, Tamisha, go and review that for me, please, or let me know what are your thoughts on this. I am so open for suggestions on recipes or cooking videos, or, you know, taste tests. Listen, whatever you have a suggestion on, if it's within my means, I will definitely give it a try. I just love hearing from you guys. So, you know, I'm trying to put as much content out as I can for you. I'm trying to stick to uploading something every day. That doesn't always work out for me, but I'm doing my best that I can to get it out for you. So just a little bit of my background, and maybe that might help with giving some direction, or maybe just putting some thoughts that you guys had. So what I love to do in the kitchen the most is, I'm a baker. I bake professionally. I have baked professionally, and I had my own bakery. So I love to bake. I've been baking for years, and I'll actually start to do some baking for you guys in the very near future, aside from cooking as well. I've been cooking since I was 2. I kid you not, I'm not lying. I've been cooking since I was 2 years old. My dad would pull a chair up to the stove, and I would help him season and stir things. So I've always been in the kitchen my entire life, and it's something that I enjoy doing for myself, for my family, and for other people. I'm also a thrifter. I thrift, but I also thrift. That's part of how I make my living. Is I don't know if some of you guys may have caught it in some previous videos, but I thrift and I resell items. So if you are interested in Goodwill hauls or how I thrift, let me know that as well. And I love to budget shop in stores like Aldi and Walmart. So those are some of the things. So if you have any suggestions or any questions that surround those topics, then let me know, because that's basically what my channel is going to be about. So enough rambling again, and let's go ahead and get this out the oven. All right, everybody, that is it for tonight. Our oven seafood boil with our Dungeness crab legs, mussels, corn, potatoes, sausage, all of the lemon, garlic, butter, and of course our Old Bay seasoning. So I have some extra lemon cut up. I went ahead and put everybody's into their pan to keep it a little bit neat and not as messy as they're eating. And yeah, that is just about it. So these bags are perfect. Like I said, if you see these bags in your store and you want to give this a try, it is the Reynolds oven bags. I've also seen the oven bags at Dollar Tree as well, and I believe there were about maybe 6 in the pack. So if you can head out to your Dollar Tree, they have them. Look for those also. And if you give this a try, definitely let me know what you think. And if you like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, comment, because I love to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos in the future. Take care and have a good night.